Good evening and welcome back to something that we still laughingly call Egypt.
It's expanded a bit, hasn't it?
We stretch now from, albeit with two gaps, from the Atlantic to the Indian Ocean. One gap caused by the Crusader state of Sirte, which some Holy Roman Emperor planted in the middle of Egypt, and one gap caused by the fact that we haven't yet stomped all over the Ziadids. So, what were we discussing when we ended last time? So one issue, yes, is that Queen Adalberta's son, her youngest child, Prince Alaric, has come of age. And so we got to discover that we weren't allowed to turn him into a bishop, which is inconvenient. So this is inconvenient because Adalberta's eldest daughter, Princess Gerhild the ill-tempered, is by far the most capable of her children. And is obviously the one that you'll be best to play as, and obviously the one who will make the best next Queen of Egypt. However, Egypt has started up as a Crusader kingdom, having primogeniture succession, having agnatic-cognatic primogeniture succession, and so any son of Adalberta's ranks higher than all of her daughters. Moreover, agnatic-cognatic primogeniture means that a daughter who has sons ranks higher than a daughter who does not have sons. And Bertilda, the second daughter, has a son. And so currently she actually ranks higher in the line of succession for the Egyptian throne than Gerhild. And indeed her son ranks higher than Gerhild. So currently the line of succession goes Alaric, the moderately useless, Bertilda, the somewhat useless and also currently married to the Tsar of Bulgaria, Prince Dominic of Bulgaria, who is not even a di Spoleto, and then Princess Gerhild. So, yes, this is not an ideal situation. I think there are two sensible approaches here. One is what you might call the Gerhild for Egypt faction, in which we switch to some kind of elective succession, vote for Gerhild, and take advantage of the fact that Adalberta is terribly popular, and Gerhild is obviously the best candidate, and expect that everyone else will vote for Gerhild as well. Steph, do you mean Euston? And the second approach, so that would then give us a reasonable likelihood that Gerhild would become Queen of Egypt. The other approach would be to go, well, I don't really care who's Queen of Egypt, I care who I'm playing as. And we're 3 years out from the next crusade, well, 5 years out from the next crusade, given the time it takes to organise one. So maybe we wait for the next crusade, nominate Gerhild as our crusade beneficiary, turn out to be an enormous, scary military power, because Egypt is a fairly enormous, scary military power at the moment, plus it's in a convenient location, and expect that we can thus get Gerhild into some kind of a kingdom, maybe, and then play as her instead. And just leave Egypt. Well, Egypt's going to be in Alaric's hands, and it's not like there's much left to do here anyway. We've mostly driven the Muslims out of North Africa. What we have left is
to drive everyone out of the Arabian Peninsula.
We have this tiny patch over here of 5 counties. We've got that one isolated county. That one's Christian now, isn't it? Or rather, controlled by a Christian, yes. And we've got a small bit down here, which is like by and large that bit which we showed controlled by the Ziadids, and this one county here controlled by the Hashemids, but they're currently at war with the Holy Roman Empire. Kaiserin Adelheid the Wise is currently attacking Caliph Suleiman for that county of Godjam. So I think essentially, is that? Okay, there's also a Lothian, isn't there? Yes, which just about still exists, which is that patch and that patch. So, like, maybe we don't have much left to do here, and I suppose technically we might insist that Socotra's in Africa. Whereas there's this great big area of the Arabian Peninsula which someone who was put on the throne of Jerusalem, for instance, might want to focus their attention on, while leaving, like, managing Egypt to someone who's a competent if uninspiring administrator. I mean, I'm saying Alaric useless. He's got a martial skill of 18. He's not that useless.
And the diplomacy of 11?
Dip of 11, yes. Stewardship 11. Like, he will not be a bad king of Egypt. It's just that I'm used to playing as Adalberta, whose current martial skill is 31. And I'm hoping to play as Gerhild, who has 24. Which is not as good as Adalberta, but she'll get a few points if she manages to get the Crusader Queen attribute, or the Crusader attribute. Except we can't appoint her as a commander, damn it. So yeah, I'm kind of inclined to go for the, well, let Alaric have the kingdom then, approach. And see if we can play as Gerhild as something over here. I'm not quite sure, A, whether another crusade will happen, or B, who it will target. Because by my reading of the wiki page, the next crusade the next crusade target down the list isn't the Kingdom of Jerusalem, because the Kingdom of Jerusalem doesn't currently exist, and it's the Duchy of Jerusalem. So I don't quite know how that would work, and we might end up playing as Gerhild, Duchess of Jerusalem, which would be quite an interesting place to be. But, like, interesting is good, right? So that's my current thinking. So we're currently getting some loss of prestige, I think, because Alaric's unlanded. I think my plan for Alaric is the other aspect of the reason why I stopped when I did last time, which is that Adalberta's threat score has just gone down below 75%, which means that if she declares war on a member of a defensive pact against her, as long as it's not a Christian country, then the Christians won't come to his aid. Pink Beast asks, can't you as a backup plan expose Prince Not Very Good to some healthy danger? Oh, okay, I'll appoint him as a commander. It'll be good for his prestige anyway. Actually, I think the annoying thing was I don't have any bad commanders at the moment to fire. Also, I need to appoint a seneschal and a cupbearer. And a master of the hunt. We should do that. But, like, we've got 2 siege leaders, 2 organisers, and 2 other commanders with martial scores in excess of 20. So it feels slightly rude to, like, fire Dietrich, I think, because I think I'd prefer to keep my Holy Warrior. And replace him. Oh, I suppose I should also look at my Marshal, who has, like, a martial score of 25 and is also a siege leader. That might mean we've got 3 siege leaders, which is an extravagance. Okay, let's fire the siege leader with a martial skill of 16 then. Sorry, relieve the siege leader with a martial skill of 16. Then appoint Alaric in his place. Which, like, gets him 1.5 prestige per month, which is pretty good. And he's a holy warrior as well, actually. He's not actually a bad person as a commander. And then I should appoint people to all of those odd posts, shouldn't I? Who's grumpy at me and can be appointed? Well, Vilmos can become my cupbearer. Too many children. I mean, I think a lot of them are 15, so... Dinesh can become... Oh, he's already got an honorary title. Koflad, no, I'm not going to make her court jester. That would not help. Athelwine. Athelwine can become my seneschal. Julien can become master of the hunt. Right. So I think my plan as far as landing thing is concerned, Alarich is concerned, is that we take this one remaining county of the Emirate of Tlemcen, and then that means that we can create the Duchy of Tlemcen and grant that to Alarich. Pink Beast says, standard technique in EU3 with a bad king and an adult heir. Are you sure you want to appoint your king as general for Operation Pyrrhic Victory? Oh yes. So, now I think we can declare war on this guy. He is a member of the Muslim Defensive Pact. He will also bring in the pagan Defensive Pact, but he will not bring in the Christian Defensive Pact, which is good because the whole of the north coast of Africa is full of other Christians. I mean, there are some pagans down here who will be a bit of a nuisance, but I reckon we can deal with them.
If you're only going for a single county, that's not going to be too far.
Yeah. So, Holy War for Tlemcen. So, yes, there's quite a lot of people on the other side of this war, but I hope most of them will take too long to turn up. Where are all the rest of my commanders? Why can't I appoint... Oh, does that one only has a centre? Right, yes, okay, that explains things. Well, let's raise all the troops we can from the immediately neighbouring counties, at least. That's probably enough, but, it's probably worth bringing the rest in. Bringing some more in, because we probably won't be able to win the siege immediately. That's probably about as far as we can actually get anyone in from before the enemy start turning up en masse. Right, so let's go. We should probably also find a wife for Prince Useless. As is traditional, weird things are now going to start happening to the Defensive Pact, and I'm not going to worry about them. Right, the guy I appointed as cupbearer because he was only a child has come of age. So here is my grown-up Duke of Alexandria. At least his heir does not appear to be the King of Hungary. He will presumably be getting married very shortly. Okay, Empress Mechthild of Italia is stomping all over the neighbours. And has taken Aljazair, which I think is somewhere up here. After successfully capturing the king of somewhere or other. Let's join them together. Make sure we have a siege leader somewhere. Maybe stick Alaric in as well, just in case he can get killed. Oh dear, right, there's a battle impending there. It's already got... that's going to be a horrific defeat. On the other hand, they're on my territory and they're not yet movement locked. It's kind of tempting just to disband them. Bing! Sorry, no battle for you today. Let's recreate them and then send them by a different route. There we go. Right. Actually, that seems like a sensible arrangement. Yeah, sorry, the map keeps scrolling when I'm not expecting it to. Apostolic Palace now includes a royal bedchamber.
I'm sure that's really useful.
Oh, right. Well, Alaric is going to get into a battle. It may not go well for him. It will go very badly for him. But I don't think I can stop it now because the neighbours raised... Hang on. Oh, the Canaries are pagan, and they apparently have a holding here. No, where did those troops come from? They've been marching in from a direction I couldn't see, or maybe they've come in from the sea. I suppose yes. Well, the Canaries have landed some troops on the coast here, and my son Alaric is leading one flank of this not very large army into some mountains.
Well, it's very educational for him.
Yes, yes. With which has an army that's only just been raised and hence has quite low morale. I think Alaric is going to have a rather bad day. To be fair, the army he's attacking have just got off a ship, so they're having a pretty bad day as well. And they've turned up with only one flank, so that's not good. So, like, he may not be well, okay, he's going to lose, but, like, he might not lose terribly embarrassingly. No, okay, that was pretty embarrassing. Well, that army no longer has a commander on its left flank. We have a new pope. Pope Urbanus II has died and been replaced by Pope Marinus III. Alaric di Spoleto has been imprisoned by Chief Mesian of Canarias, which is obviously not going to be very good for my war score.
Nope. This is your air.
But, like, the thing is, we just sit down in these mountains and besiege things, and it's going to be pretty hard for anyone to prize us out of these mountains. Peak Beast asks, does he still inherit if he's imprisoned? Yes.
No.
Can you refuse to ransom him in so high-handed a way that they cut his throat? Probably not.
You won't go though.
I mean, admittedly, people keep doing that to me, as in, I randomly execute people in my dungeons because I don't have any better use for them. Still, this fleeing army is now on the correct side of the county we're besieging, so that's good. Yeah, we're going to lose a bunch of sieges. That's perfectly normal. But the thing is, even if I refuse to ransom him, they'll give him back at the end of the war anyway.
Usually.
Right, well, that got that army into the right place at the expense of my son being in prison now. We managed to wreck our arrangement of people. Let's please have a siege leader back. Right, yeah, just assault. We're aiming to clear this place out pretty quickly. Now, because basically now we just sit here and get ourselves up to 100% war score, 100% occupation. Another one of our dukes has come of age, Ealdwulf of Damietta, who rather curiously is married to the Duchess of Cyrenaica, so presumably those two will be unified in due course. At least will be in personal union. We surrender. We don't actually get to see all of the terms. The critical bit is at the end. Queen Adalberta vassalises lords of her religion and ... But yeah, I think surrender is quite acceptable. So they've given Alaric back. So now I can create the Duchy of Tlemcen. And then grant the entire bloody thing to Alaric. Then actually that makes it... Maybe I should get him a wife first. I mean, it looks like there are a few Muslim princesses we could marry him to for extra weirdness. And we probably ideally just want someone with excellent martial skill, but... I mean, possibly someone to fill in his backstabbing gap. Dora will be excellent if she weren't 42. I mean, I suppose I could just go, let's make sure he doesn't have a son so that we can get the line back to the right place. But Ursula might be quite fun. A bit low on diplomacy. Pinkbee says, would a Muslim princess make him so unattractive to your Christian kingdom you could go elect him and vote in a good daughter for sure? Well, I mean, it would particularly do so if he went and converted to her religion. Wonder if we can find a zealous Muslim princess. So that she won't convert to his religion. There's one. Leo de Gundis, Princess of Cordoba. 28 years old, bit old, zealous. I mean, I feel this may be getting a bit sneaky.
What's your character's backstabbing score?
My character's backstabbing score, 13.
Oh, that's okay then.
So I'm just sorting these by age to go, what interesting features do we have available? She's a genius, though she is a dispoleto. She's a genius who isn't a dispoleto. And she's Basque for extra amusement. She is a strong genius. Euphrosyna. from Toulouse. Oh, I'm very tempted to get her. She's only 14, but like that's fine. She'll grow up fairly soon. I mean, I think that's actually too tempting. Right. Various messages mostly about the end of the war. Yes, we're going to get him married first, then we'll land him. Oh, maybe get him betrothed first. He probably won't break the betrothal, will he? Actually, oh no, the problem is the restrict marriage button prevents someone entering into a marriage without our approval. It doesn't prevent them breaking a betrothal without our approval. We've discovered in the past. Oh, it'll probably be fine. And if he goes and marries someone else, it's his own stupid fault. Right, that means we're no longer getting the penalty for... why have I got 2 bishoprics under there? Surely those should have been granted to Alarich to deal with. Yeah, Alarich. Have these spurious bishoprics. Right. Alarich now gets to organise all of those titles. Obviously he is like quite happy with everything. So the crusade situation is that somehow Catholicism has a non-maximum... Oh, we've still got an anti-pope, haven't we? Yes. Who's running the anti-pope anyway? Oh, it's the Empire of Italia, right. Maybe I shouldn't go to war to overthrow the anti-pope. Also, I'm not quite sure what like Adalberta's attitude towards the actual pope is, as opposed to her attitude towards like driving the infidels out of Africa. So it's possible she's not hugely in favour of any particular pope. Anyway, next crusade, 1152, so in almost exactly 3 years. Our threat is now up to 78%, so if we go to war now, slightly too many people will be coming after us. Mechtil di Spoleto of Italia has just joined the Defensive Pact. Oh, Stoats, I actually had a plan for that army, didn't I? I was going to go and give a quick thrashing to Caliph Hakam, because currently Duke Alarico is losing his holy war. And I thought I could probably contribute to him not losing it. Though actually that battle's looking pretty good for him. That one's not. Stoats. I was so excited by getting a surrender that I didn't think that maybe I should not actually accept it immediately. Padraig Mab Etasel, who, alright, he's son of Etasel, my commander, has arrived in his court because his wife has died, yes. Oh yes, the entertaining things are going on over in France, I think. France has thing. Theocracy of France still exists, and I think is still a theocracy. Yes, ruled over by King Bishop Adelhard, but it's kind of not so much a coherent kingdom as the leftover bits once all the rest of the area has split into duchies and counties and general disasters. Just wondering if I can gain any territory just by asking nicely. I mean, it's a bit silly because we are really here to drive out the Muslims, not to ask Christians nicely to hand over their territory. So I think mostly we should wait until either we can find a single Muslim county we want to take out. That ain't one. Bishop Leopold feels I risked too much with my escapade and tried to stop me risking my life, but it's such a thrill. Yes, absolutely. I mean, we've got this slight threat problem at the moment. It's probably at least 2 years since we held a feast, isn't it? Feast. Not sure we actually eat wild boar at these feasts, mind. It's going. Are there any little independent Muslim states left? But I think we've eaten all the little Muslim statelets. Aha! Oh, a daughter. Right. A genius daughter. But, yes, so Gerhild the Ill-Tempered has had a daughter, which doesn't push her up the line of succession because a daughter is not a son. The daughter's name is Antsa Yasirez, because she's Basque, and will thus possibly actually be able to inherit whatever realm Gerhild ends up in. Food. A random war someone else has declared. Mechtild is going to war with Venice again. Possibly because they have a new Serene Doge. Venice, of course, no longer controls Venezia. It is like this odd little bit off to the side. That was actually me wiping mark off my screen. Let's send some invitations. I could see what my council are doing, really. That would help. County of Suakin has converted. Yes, so let's just have a quick look at where my council are. So Duke Velf is attempting to break up something or other, I think. Where is he? Right, he's there trying to break off, get that county to revolt. Whether it'll work, I don't know. My marshal is researching military tech, my steward is researching economy tech, my spy master is studying technology, and my court chaplain is proselytizing in... Oops. In a Catholic county. There he is. That looks pretty Catholic to me. You're not much use there. I think we don't have any. I think I should deal with the rest. I think we have no. I have no actual heretics in my domain anymore, so I'm unlikely to get into trouble for that. So I think he should proselytize in one of the remaining Muslim counties in my domain. Right. Just Duchess Belaskita of Cyrenaica has come of age and is, well, not very useful, but happily she's not my problem, and will presumably fairly shortly be marrying the Duke of Damietta. Thank you. Except that's really unhelpful. I was hoping you'd do it the next layer up. Oh well, it probably reduces his military power at least. Well, not a very useful feast. My friend's friend is also my friend, a motto I try to live by, and sometimes that is an easy truth. A friend of a friend was introduced, and I immediately felt a kind of connection with the stranger. So, presumably that means that Helga... Yes, I think we were friends with Romanos. Is he one of our friends? Oh no, sorry, Helga is our friend already, and she's friends with Romanos, Chancellor of Swabia. And either she can go no and annoy everyone, or maybe become friends with him, and that's probably a reasonable approach. Like, he's not a bad person, I don't think. Not much going on really. We'd quite like that to decay back down to 75%. We had a few disagreements and a few arguments, but once we arrived on safe common ground, I really enjoyed talking to Romanos. I should remember to thank my friend for introducing me to Romanos. It's been a long time since I found such an interesting man. Friends forever, or what do you say, Romanos? Right, how unusual. Alright, is she technically my vassal? Yes. Yeah, okay. Manfredo of Nobatia, who is one of my vassals, has declared the Nobatian War for Mercuria on King Gabriel the Noble. So what's the de jure extent of Mercuria? So he'd get about half of current Mercuria by that. Whether he'll succeed is another matter. I mean, even if this... I mean, actually, I'm wondering, do I need to wait for my threat to drop below 75%? I suppose, yeah, actually I do, because if I'm going to do anything, I think I've still got a truce with this guy. No, I haven't actually.
So the thing is, if you're just going to be doing single,
but he's a bit big.
You can probably just.
No, they're going to have to be bigger wars than that, I think.
So you want to let your threat drop at the moment, or you have to wait till the bit that you get big enough where you can just do.
As in,
you can send pretty much the entire world against me, because half of them won't get there in time, and they will be surrounded and useless. And by that time, I've won the war.
Yeah, I think I want to get down below 75% again, so that the Christians, of whom there are quite a lot in Africa now,
Yes.
stop attacking me. And even then, we may need to be a bit careful. Oh, excellent. Another war declared on Caliph Hakam. So, Fez... Oh, he's down to 2% in that one. And now Prince Alaric has declared war on him as well. So that's nice.
Go, gadget immune system. That's actually a terrifying thought.
I see that Mali is busy pushing up into the Fatimid territory from the other side. Right, we're starting to get conversions all the way out here, which is kind of unnecessary because they're already Myophysites, but whatever. Two years till the Pope can call a crusade, plus we've got far too many technology points apparently. Yes. We have an awful lot of economy tech points. We just throw an entire level of castle infrastructure. I don't feel that castle infrastructure is actually useful to us at the moment. I mean, there are a few... I think improved keeps is actually more sensible. I mean, we're close to getting that anyway, but... because that unlocks a bunch of things that we can actually afford. So we could also... I'm kind of still in favour of increasing tolerance for the culture differences. Yeah, I think I'll save the culture tech points for more tolerance. But yeah, you are married to her. Not entirely unwise to also have an alliance with her. Oh, thank you. More tech points. Right. I was thinking, why is that saying Myophysite on the wrong background colour? No, it's Catholic now. Right, well, this is all good from a spreading Catholicism across northern Africa sort of way. Our threat is down to 76%. We've got a year and a half before the Pope even thinks about another crusade. So maybe we should be thinking about who we might be paying attention to next. And it's basically Mercuria, that lot over in Fez. Rashid has been converted. Oh, right. Duke Manfredo of Nabatia is doing a decent job imprisoning people, I think. Only 10% war score at the moment, but still, that's nice. No, we're not holding a feast this year. So these two have ended up being my vassals. This one is Christian, so I should probably just release her since I don't have anything else to do with her, and we'll get a small piety boost for that. Bink. Her we obviously want to make Christian first, which we can probably organise. Might become Catholic. Let's try to ensure that she has someone diligent and or zealous. Cruel is not the same as zealous. Have we got someone who is cruel and diligent? Zealous and diligent. Right, yes, let's give her to Nikita. So then that stands some chance of her becoming Catholic, and then we can get the tiny piety boost for releasing her. And Thenos, on the other hand, oh, you want to take my recently released courtier off me, do you? Well, I mean, I'm not quite sure what use she is, but yes, go ahead. What's that? Green fingers. She has a way with plants. Shouldn't we have got a betrothed can marry? All right, that's nice. Leptis Magna has been converted, which is there. It's now Catholic. Oh no, I don't get the betrothed can marry. He's got a betrothed can marry event, yes. And so he will presumably organise himself into marrying very shortly. Oh, Pabdregmab Etesel, who has just returned to my court, because he's the son of one of my commanders, and he's and has lost his wife, is now insisting that he should become my thing. And like, yeah, we have, I think Duke Velv may be losing his touch a bit. Let's see if we can find anyone better, though. I mean, like, the Mayor of Bubastis would be better. But we could also invite in, say, the Chancellor of Rugen, who has 5 more points again, which seems a more sensible approach, really. I mean, he's depressed. He may not last long, but... Oh, you're betrothed to her. Get married, unless she's turned out terrible. Yeah, she's all right. Right, Valram Ivering. has arrived, bringing his wife Gunhilda and his son Alarich. So let's annoy Duke Velf by appointing a better Chancellor. And let's gratuitously send him there instead. We're about to drop under 75% threat. Okay, I think the holy war that oh, all right, no, what? Duke Karl of Fez, who is a vassal of the King of Franconia. What? Right there, that's changed colour. What? You've become part of the Holy Roman Empire. How did that happen? Bah. Oh well, that will have reduced our threat. That should have reduced our threat. Come on. We just lost a load of territory. But no, it didn't. Good night, Steph. Anyway, we're under 75% threat, so if we declare war on someone, the Christians won't join in. So it's quite tempting to declare war on the remaining Fatimids. I can't go for this bit because that's not actually adjacent to me. And it's now too far away by sea because I don't extend to the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean anymore. I feel we should probably go for this patch. Annoyingly, I don't actually have any. I don't have any domain over here anymore because I handed that over to my son. So, like, we're going to have a slight problem of how long things take. Are there any holy orders available? There are. Like, we could hire the Knights Templar, and they're not even very expensive to run. Yeah, I think what I should do is hire the Knights Templar, stick them on a ship and send them over somewhere near here, though annoyingly I can't land them comfortably anywhere west of Mardia. And then is there anyone I can get an alliance with on that north coast? Not that he has any land there anyway, and the rest of my marriage ties aren't thing landed. Okay. Well, yes, I think we should hire the Knights Templar. And then enough ships it is. March them up there. Alright, are we only watching that because it's part of Italia? Let's not spend any money on buildings just yet. Let's also slow down time so I don't accidentally burn through money while I'm not paying attention. We have a Duke of Fiume, or rather of age Duke of Fiume, who has turned out fairly useless. I should probably be like dragging all my vassals in to educate them myself, simply because that would be more helpful. Right, so do we land... Is he about to lose this war, these wars anyway? Not the one for Fez. Okay, that's fine. Let's arrange to bring my Holy Order ashore there. Even though they will have to swim. Because I think that's better than... That's going to be cheaper than marching them all the way through by land. Through all this area. By cheaper I mean quicker, essentially. And then we'll raise a bunch of troops from this area to reinforce the Holy Order. What are you doing, Princess Gerhild? Oh, you're trying to murder Prince Alaric. Well, get on with it. I probably can't join that plot, but I will. Yes, I'm not allowed to join that because he's my son. Just having a quick look through what other people are trying to murder one another. I don't think any of the others matter. And yes, we're not going to imprison Princess Gerhild. We're going to leave her to it. I mean, To an extent, it makes things worse if Alaric dies until Gerhild has a son. But, like, maybe she'll get one. Right, so they're not at full morale yet, but I think they will be pretty soon. So let's see what state this guy's wars are in. Holy War for Marrakesh, he's losing at 31%. Holy War for Sigil Massa, he's losing at 28%. Holy War for Fez, he's only losing 18%, and I was already planning to go for Fez. So I think we do this, we then march that lot into there, and we raise troops from like most of this area and march them in as well. Actually, we don't declare war just yet. We start marching that lot in there first. They'll arrive on the 19th, so on the 18th we declare war. What? They arrived early! You weren't meant to arrive there until the 19th. Now I have to march you back out again. Right. 9th of September. Try again. Maybe I was looking at the wrong army. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's do it on the 7th. That's all the troops in the western half of the kingdom raised. But there is actually nothing I can besiege here. So why am I not... That looks like... Oh, they're fleeing, right, I see, yes. That's why I can't attack them. They're fleeing to Tinmalal. Tinmalal. Well, maybe we should go. We should follow them. Okay, no, they're heading even further off. Well, let's just settle down here and do some besieging then. I think there may be a slight problem that the whole of Fez is already occupied by other people. So even if I win this war, I won't gain any territory from it. Which is kind of unhelpful. Right, this is not going to go very well. Because you guys are going to end up in the wrong place. Let's try this. I fear this battle is not going to go well and may in fact go catastrophically badly. Or may not. Oh, we have a new Duke of Cyprus. Hello, new Duke of Cyprus. Pleased to meet you. It's going pretty well, and the reinforcements haven't even arrived yet. Okay, actually we don't want you to go away that way. Come back again. Sadly, that lot are already besieging. This is just going to go terribly because everyone is attacking the same place. I'm quite grumpy at having lost my connection to the Atlantic. Right, if we can let that lot besiege back Infa, that would be kind of helpful. Obviously everyone's besieging us on the far side of the map, which is not good for our war score. So the awkward thing here is that we are not in charge of this, so we won't actually end up with the taking the territory, I don't think, even if we contribute far more people. I was hoping they would sit down and besiege Infa, and then we could take it back off them. I kind of actually feel if they're going to be like that, do we just go out and get a battle with them? Like, staying here isn't going to help us. Who's he? Oh, I recruited him for some purpose, didn't I? He's my Chancellor, yes. This is going to be a bit unfortunate. See, this lot movement locked. Can we just park them there? Yes. We're not now in a hurry, so let's go back to having a holy warrior on every flank. Right. The Asusian Holy War for Mercuria has ended, so we've nibbled away a bit more of Mercuria. That's nice. And the other war, Holy War for Mercuria, has ended, which means that Mercuria now consists of that one county, which would obviously be a fine thing to stomp all over, were I not in the middle of another war on the other side of the world. Well, continent. We're about to win this battle as well. It should give us a hint of war score. There is a bit of a problem here. I think what I now have to do with this war, because there's essentially no occupation I can gain, because like the only bit of enemy territory that's unoccupied is here, and even if we bring all of our troops in there, we won't. The occupation will go to the person who arrived first, namely the Kingdom of Navarra. The best we can hope for now, well, I mean, if we can't actually gain... Oh, but the best we can hope for is to hold on until the war becomes pointless. Which is a bit silly, but there we are. As in, until it ends up as a... the war becomes moot, essentially, whatever the correct term for that is. And meanwhile, win all the battles we can. Just to try to make sure that our war score stays positive and get military tech and... Our ongoing struggle outside of Mysore has brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a German veteran, Radbot von Zinn, with a penchant for innovation. He is suggesting that he retire from the battlefront, return to Fustat and continue his work safe from flying arrows. So we can get better military technology spread, or he can become a commander. He's a useless commander. Solid investment. Costs quite a lot of money, but... right. Any enemy armies I can go around and give a quick thrashing to while we're here. There's a biggish one there that's trying to besiege things back. But they've just got into a battle. But they're going to win it, so that might be all right. Let's stick Nikita back in here so that we can hurry back. While we're here, how's our prison looking? Oh, she's become Christian. Excellent. That probably means I can release her. For a small piety boost. Bing! Small piety boost. You still can't be... You are Christian, aren't you? No, you're weirdly, despite your name, Muslim. They're looking a little warm now. How are his other wars going? $49, 83, 17. Right, so this is going to be a slightly scary battle. You have a peasant revolt. Well, let someone else deal with that. because while we have more troops, we're also in mountains, and so we're going to have to depend on our excellent commanders to win this. Happily, our commanders are excellent. It was unhelpful. While these are like mare level people. I might have to raise some troops over in the east just to... we've lost our Chancellor. Just to undo some of those sieges. That's better. Well, okay, we'll invite the Baron of Catterick. See if we can meet that lot again. Right, so all now of the Fatimids' territory, I believe, is occupied by their various enemies. They really should lose a war. All right, Franconia's about to win. Good. Then we'll see what mess that leaves us in. Go on, Franconia. If you win this war, maybe there'll be some territory I can besiege. Right, there we are. Excellent. We'll go up and hit them, and then that lot, and then... Peasants revolted in Krakow. How entertaining. Actually, no. Slightly worried you're going to try to take Meknes. Well, we'll see. If we arrive in Meknes first, which we probably won't. Damn it! Navarra's turned up to besiege that convenient space. Actually, maybe we should start besieging what's left in here. If no one else is currently busy besieging it. Get ourselves something more that we can control. Right, Prince Alaric of Egypt has taken Ziz. Our war score has now dropped to minus 17%. Yeah, we need to start raising troops over here and tidying up a bit, don't we? Looks like a good plan. What? Is there nothing we can besiege here? Is this all gone weird? Surely we can besiege the Kalbat of Afsa, which is not currently controlled by anyone, and unlike these two is not part of the Holy Roman Empire. Don't understand why we're not besieging that. Well, let's go and get into some more battles then. Okay, that's a slightly scary army. Oh dear, we're about to lose that battle because I wasn't paying attention. Well, maybe the reinforcements will be useful. No, they won't. So, yes, this is not going brilliantly. And I fear that the best we can do oh, this might work actually. Let's see what happens. I mean, apparently we found something here to besiege. That's nice. I suppose I could raise my personal levies and other nearby ones. And have some fun. That's sensible. It's kind of about time that someone thought about a crusade, yes. I don't seem to get... I thought there was meant to be a request crusade option. Here, but I don't seem to have it. Oh well, let's see what the Pope sees fit to do. Back up to 0 war score. Still don't understand why I can't occupy Afsa. It's controlled by the Fatimid Sultanate, with whom I'm at war. So why can I not stomp in there and occupy it? Humph. That is sadly all the Fatimid territory. Don't think they've got any over here. Oh. No, that's just they're part of the defensive pact. Sorry, yes. I think. So, well, let's march back in there just in case. And then we'll head over here and try to gain enough war score by other means. Now, Gregorio only has 13 Oh, 25, 24 Marshall, and Nikita has 25. Okay. Let's wait for those to be able to be merged. So much exiling going on. Meanwhile, we are besieging a Walia there. Oh, we're going to run out of money soon. I should probably release the Knights Templar. Oh, we're besieging something usefully now. Oh dear, I've lost Zealous. That's terrible. It's like 2 martial points down. Excellent. What's going on over here then? That army is now at a bit of a loose end. If we do that, that lot will stay there. Right. Successfully occupied Afsa and are now at a loose end there. That army is in plains. We don't quite have the numbers, but I'm sure we have the... What? It's a Lithuanian army. What are they doing there? The answer, of course, is upholding their end of the defensive pact. Or possibly upholding their end of a completely different defensive pact. Because they're also in the defensive pact against the Holy Roman Empire, and they are, after all, currently besieging the Holy Roman Empire down there. Is there anything more productive I can do than getting into a fight with them? Not sure. And also, this army is like 50% Knights Templar. And the Knights Templar are about to run me out of money. So actually, I think the best thing I can do at this point is dismiss the Knights Templar before I run out of money entirely. That leaves that army a bit weak, but it is in mountains with some brilliant commanders, so it'll probably be okay. Right, so we've regained our ability to upgrade absolutely anything in economy. We have no money to build anything with anyway, so let's gratuitously buy another level of improved keeps. I don't think we gain a lot by besieging other members of the defensive pact. So I think what I should do is get this army as well equipped as I can. And march them down there. We have numbers, we have commanders. The desert won't be a serious problem, I don't think. Well, I don't think that's a big issue. Oh, but there's still that Navarrese army there, isn't there? No, let's not bother. So that siege is going okay. Though I don't know if I gain anything from that siege, because again, they're not the main enemy. Oh! The Duchy of Croatia has now become part of Egypt, inherited out of the HRE. That's nice. Stop exiling things. This is a thoroughly foolish war because, like, I don't think we're going to gain anything even if we can win it. So my target is still that the defender evaporates. Yeah, we don't get anything for occupying almost anywhere. We don't get much for winning battles. And Navarra is in this unfortunate situation that it can't really get very much war score either. Maybe we could get an alliance with Navarra. I wonder whether that helps me. Okay, so if I join his war for Fez, then maybe one of us will get some contribution. I mean, either that or I try to get him to join my war for Fez, I suppose. Let's see if that works first. Meanwhile, what's going on over here? We're having a battle. We are, as is traditional, winning a battle. Right. Now we immediately... Alright, I can't call him to arms. Right, okay, well I'll offer to join his war then. And then we'll see what on earth that does to anything. Oh, someone's coming to attack me. We're in mountains. Right, I need absolutely my best commanders here. Which is a slight problem because Adalberta is still in the middle of a battle over here. Finish that battle quickly, Adalberta. Well, let's get the best commanders we can currently find in this one. And then hope we can improve them shortly. As soon as Adalberta is finished here. Right. No, I'm not going to decline that, despite the stupidity of it. So I think by us joining the war, we contributed everything we had already besieged to King Fernando. And therefore, he suddenly had 100% war score and could end the war. Except that he didn't get the territory that we had occupied. So there's still some of the Fatimids there. But we can't get to... we might even... No, I don't think we can get to the coast, though. Right, so let us now go and join Navarra. And help in the war that we've gone and got ourselves into. So here, my kind of aim is to okay, we didn't join his war. He has actually asked not to join his holy war because he's just won it. Right, okay. I don't know quite how he won it, but I'm not going to argue. I'm having some difficulty catching up with him now. Where's our money going? Oh, is it still costing us a fortune to keep our levies up? Yes, it is, right. Because my levy's enormous. Okay, I'm going to dismiss my personal levy then. I think technically we're now not in an offensive war because we are defending King Fernando. So that should avoid annoying our vassals very much. What are we besieging here? Is there a trade post? Oh, it's Genoa, isn't it? It'll be a trade post. Oh! Right, I may save soon. The faithful prepare for war. A messenger approaches us with a letter from the Vatican, from the Vicar of Christ himself. He is asking us to prepare our men to fight against the heathens and the infidels, to restore Christendom to the lost places of the world. The Pope wants to send our faithful Christian men against Jerusalem. The region is held by the Mohammedan Sultan Ghazi of the Banu Farhat Sultanate. It is time to return it to Christianity once more. Though the Pope wants to invade Jerusalem, a pious Christian could convince everyone to focus on another objective that is more value to us. Do I pledge my troops? Of course I do. And well, we all know who our crusade beneficiary ought to be if she's actually eligible. No, not Gerberga, though, like, she looks pretty awesome too. Gerhild. Gerhild Heinriches di Spoleto. Yes, that is correct, because Heinrich the Pest was her father. March that across there. Now we just have this problem that we've got a great big war against Genoa. I mean, I could kind of abandon the Genoese war, the Navarran Genoese war, and let them fight it out, see if it's still running after the crusade, but like there's regained zealous. I have been unable to stop myself from being somewhat excited at the prospect of driving away the infidels from Jerusalem and restoring peace to those lands. I have not usually felt this inspired as a Christian. Maybe I am changing. Back to being zealous. Excellent. So about this crusade. We are targeting the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Excellent. That's what I want. Right, you just follow his army for now while I get myself organised over here. Can I not come ashore in Allied territory? That's annoying. So what's our war over? Coast of Rosello. Where is Coast of Rosello then? Is it that one? That one is Rosello. This is being highlighted, so I think that must be where we're... Maybe coast of is... For the coast of is actually particularly special kind of war. County of Bosaso has been converted. You are kind of going to have to turn up pretty soon to marbalise the Genoese. Won't take long though. Yeah, well, let's bring a decent sized army in. Do have the slight problem that this is mountains, but actually let's split. Oh right, you're heading that way too. In that case, what I shall hold on until you get here. Then I shall stick my best people. Actually, no, I won't. What I'll do is I'll take this army for... no, actually, this will be fine. Right, so now that lot already here. Which way are you going? We're only going that far so far. We will unhitch you then and make sure you carry on to there. And join you together, have a decent set of people in charge and stomp in there. I do technically have 100 gold. Oh, this small army here probably wants to join in, doesn't it? Don't know if this is going to work, because they're bringing in reinforcements. But so are we. Okay, I'm reasonably confident then. This is going to be a kind of big and scary battle, though. But you went up against Adalberta in the mountains. Basically, my other two flanks just hold on until Adalberta gets there. I mean, in theory, we could raise some, probably raise some troops here. Oh no, because he's got holdings back down in Africa as well. We've declared war on Venice. Well, one of my vassals has. That's just a bit silly. So why are we losing this war so badly? That is basically we lost control of Rosello. Oh, the Yazidids have exploded. Excellent. Floated fools. Oh, sorry, I was confusing the Yazidids and the Ziadids. Bah. Don't know where the Yazidids are. Things look a little more shattered there, certainly. Possibly now, actually, we should send the rest of our troops to try to besiege some Genoese territory. There's a proper Genoese city there, or we just charge over and... Isn't that the... No, or we just charge over and take Genoa itself. Oh, there's a returning Genoese army. We should, given we're, yeah, let's just have our best commanders in that one anyway. And that one's going to be a bit close, except his commanders will turn out to be terrible. Offload that army now. Saladin has joined the defensive pact against me. Possibly not that Saladin. Battle of Mulgai. This campaign has been easy picking. Swinging my sword over the plains is a pleasure, and my fellow soldiers are equally jovial, surrounded by the blood of our Italian enemies and the cries of battle. Look! Enemy Commander Vitale is hiding! Someone suddenly shouts, pointing off into the distance. There you are! I have been itching for a fight. Oh dear. Just as I crack several of his ribs, Vitali manages to accidentally hit me straight in the gut when failing to block an incoming kick. Then he stumbles down into the dirt. I turn to the windy skies above me, sending a prayer of thanks to God. I win the duel, but I am wounded and badly bruised. He's wounded as well. But it'll probably get better, and like dual experience times 5, extra prestige, renowned duelist, and we're about to win that battle. He's sworn to avenge his defeat. Right. Come on, I want to win this war. It's not even my war. It's a decent supply limit there. 15k. That's fine then. Those guys contributing to the war score? Probably not. No. split off about half of this army. Equip it with the best commanders and chase them down. I reckon one more battle might win this war. Oh, Queen Jazara of Abyssinia has died. My half-sister. New King of Abyssinia is King Bwaro of Abyssinia, who is just about to come of age. Well, we'll keep Flavio because he's worth some war score. That guy, though, we will ransom. No, we're not going to assault this. We don't want to lose too many troops. Shouldn't be long now. There we are, right. May as well finish this siege, it's not long now. Not got much to do. Meanwhile, I think these guys should get back onto their ship. One of those fleets should head over here, pick up these guys. Excuse me. And we should march in the general direction, well, sail in the general direction of Jerusalem. Actually, that's going to take a while finishing that off. No, let's stay here just in case he needs us. Really, how about you, like, end this war? There we are. Right, good. Right, I think I'm going to pause there, because in particular I have like 2 days left to start holding a feast. But, and we have 7 days before the crusade launches. So I can't actually hold a feast. So actually I am going to do a couple of things. I will send those troops out into the sea. I will usurp the petty kingdom of Mercuria, because I think that might become impossible once we're at war. I'll tidy up the messages a bit. I will go. My court chaplain is still somewhere sensible. And yes, unfortunately all of my armies are in the wrong place. Oh well, we will see how the crusade goes next time. Until then, good night.